What a diversified career you've had.
Yes, I had a wonderful career.
Wonderful career.
Very happy. I was only terribly unhappy because this blacklisting just occurred after I probably got the most outstanding critical reaction to my playing Schumann.
Yes.
And it would have seemed that this was now a well-established career with 4 hits, with 4 enormous hits. And unfortunately, a man who owned, was rich and owned big stores in the East, decided who was a communist or communist. If anything, I was a monarchist.
Yes, you're no more a communist than it's
exactly. And so the 2 top lawyers, the one was the head lawyer of United States Steel.
Yes.
And the other was Martin Gang. I forget now the name of the first one, because I always forget Martin Gang.
Yes.
So for a change, maybe it'll come.
Now, you went to Washington with a group of other actors to protest those...
Yes, but you see, we were under the impression that we were doing a good thing.
Yes.
And Truman invited us, and it was also my idea, because when they asked me to join this group, to fly, I said to John Huston, who was organizing the whole thing, I said, I will only participate in this thing if we have an official approval. And this has to be in the form of a luncheon that Truman gives, or a dinner that Truman gives for us.
Yes.
And if that isn't possible, then I will not go, and I urge you not to go either. I think you need this approval, because you are interfering into politics, and you are not a politician.
That's right.
And my father hated politics, and he always said, promise me 3 things. Don't have anything to do with politics, never believe anything until proof is given.
Yes.
And never work for money.
Yeah. And your father was a banker, wasn't he?
He was a banker and a millionaire, and an intimate friend of Franz Joseph,
yeah,
the emperor.
Did you ever meet Emperor Franz Joseph?
Yes, once at a garden party, and I will never forget his boots. He had the most, for me, I was such a shrimp, and then he was so tall. He had this enormous hat on, and so I always stared, and my father always yanked me a little bit on the, and said very quietly, look at the emperor, look at him. So I looked at him, and immediately, of course, obeying my father, and then immediately his eyes went down to the boots.
And of course your father was kind of a financial advisor to the emperor, wasn't he?
Yes, he also gave him, he, Fugger, Rothschild, and one more that I had a special arrangement, and he loaned the emperor money for all the wars that he fought against Italy and lost.
I see.
You remember these wars They were at before the First World War.
Very well.
And there were little wars about Florence and Venice and about little towns.
Yes.
I forget how many more there were. But anyway, it was very dear, all this, to the emperor. He wanted to keep them, and the Italians attacked, and so he fought a war instead of sitting down and straightening it out.
And was your father a close personal friend to the emperor?
Yes. He was what you call in German Geheimrat. That was a title that was given only to exceptional people that the emperor wanted their advice in matters of state.
So he was kind of like a counselor.
A counselor, yes, but it is Geheimrat means he was secretive.
I see.
Like what he said to the emperor or suggested to the emperor was never published.
I see.